Oh my goodness. It's another career night at the G1C, but not for somebody wearing a Sacramento Kings jersey. On this Sunday night, October 20th, it was the Austin Reaves show for the LeBron and Luka Los Angeles Lakers. Let's talk about this game right now on our Kings related podcast. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings related podcast, wherever you may be. In this recap of the Sacramento Kings and Los Angeles Lakers disappointing loss at home by 7. But before we get into that, if you're watching on our Kings related YouTube channel, please hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. We are also available wherever you get your audio podcast, wherever you get it for free. Please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars. It will be much appreciated. If you want to, in a game that it felt like this basketball game took hours to play due to the enormous amount of foul calls, and the Kings couldn't find a way to stop Austin Reaves and the Los Angeles Lakers as the Kings fall to 1-2 on this young season, and with a disappointing 127-120 home court against a LA team that didn't have LeBron James or Luka Doncic. The one man that really did beat you was Austin freaking Reaves. The good things about this game, Russell Westbrook had his first noticeable performance as a Sacramento King. He led the bench with 18 points, 4 of 6 from the 3 ball, on 50% from the field. And the Sacramento Kings, they need that type of Russell Westbrook to be efficient and explosive as the backup point guard is this season. The bad in this game, it's another career night at the G1C. Not for anyone wearing a Sacramento Kings jersey, but for somebody on the visiting team. And this one, Austin Reaves, who finished with a career night high of 51 points. Sacramento had no answer all night in stopping the Lakers' sole threat in this game. It was absolutely incredible. The Kings shot just 18 free throws in this game to the Lakers' 46 free throws. A symptom of A, poor defense, B, lack of adjustments by Doug Christie and his coaching staff, and a little conspiracy of the officiating in this game. Austin Reaves also set another historical marker, 21 made free throws. He had more free throws than the Kings had as a team in this game. And the one sole king from this game was once again Zach LaVine, who led the team with 32 points on 50% from the field. Absolutely incredible by Zach LaVine. And Zach LaVine joins a list of Kings players to score 30 plus points in 3 consecutive games. He joins Mitch Richmond, who did it 7 times, De'Aaron Fox, who did it 6 times, DeMarcus Cousins 5 times, and Peja Stojakovic, who did it twice, and Chris Webber, who did it once. And now you can add Zach LaVine to that list of Kings players who have scored 30 plus points in 3 consecutive games. Now just some of the kids from this. It was a competitive game throughout. Like, it really was a competitive game throughout this game. If you look, from a Sacramento standpoint, because if you just look, just pulling up stats here, rebounds would total almost even, 56 for the Lakers, 52 for Sacramento. Assists, Kings led by 27-26. The Kings did have 13 steals to LA's 9, 4 blocks by the Kings. Both teams had trouble taking care of the ball. 17 turnovers for LA to the Kings 15. Both teams pretty much shot evenly from the field. 48% from the field for LA. The Kings 44%. The Kings outshot the Lakers from the 3-ball, 41% to 32%. The real thing is the free throws in this game were the difference maker, and that shows you how small this Sacramento Kings team is. They need more size. And give credit to Austin Reaves. He's a fine, good player, but he's not a superstar. He was getting that superstar whistle all game tonight, hunting the mismatches. Whoever was guarding him, he was going at them. Give credit where credit is due. Hunting those mismatches by Austin Reaves in this game. But for Sacramento, Russell Westbrook, he still has an 18th season in the NBA. He is easing into his role here in Sacramento. After a couple of quiet games, he came out off the bench firing in this game tonight against his former team. He was impactful, not just from a scoring perspective, but also as a rebounder. Hit 3 threes on his way to 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan are a combined 72 years old, but you wouldn't know it by just watching both of them cut through the Los Angeles Lakers. DeRozan scored 17 of his 21 points in the first half. Just like Austin Reaves, DeRozan in that first half was finding the mismatches that the Lakers were sending at him defensively, and he was scoring. Also, he chipped in 6 rebounds, 3 assists as well, and that duo was still fighting back all their time here in the association. Again, second game back from the hamstring injury, and he's Domantas Sabonis. He's not his normal self quite yet. After sitting out a week leading into this regular season with that hamstring injury, he hasn't quite regained his rhythm we're accustomed of seeing from him. And the big man he finished tonight's game 10 points, 14 rebounds, a quiet double-double, and 3 assists. But the thing was Sabonis, early foul trouble for Sabonis in this game. And that was a theme for not just him, but also Keon Ellis. Speaking of Keon, he got his first start of the game of the season tonight. He was also in foul trouble tonight. And when you have those two guys in foul trouble, that is not good for Sacramento to have those two guys in foul trouble at the same time in the same game. Zach LaVine went from questionable earlier with dealing with an illness. The Kings leading scorer tonight not only played, he caught absolute fire for the third straight game. 12 of 24 from the field, 4 of 9 from the 3-point range. On his way, 32 points in this game, and quietly settling into his role as the starting point guard. Dennis Schroeder continues to build chemistry with his team's teammates, and it's starting to show up in his numbers. The veteran point guard Dennis Schroeder had his first double-double of the season, finishing with 18 points, 12 assists, and a steal. That is a really good sign to see um, the, Dennis Schroeder, early in the season with the logjam um, guards at that position. Weak Monk continues to bring all of that energy off of the Kings bench for this Sacramento team, a perennial six-man of the year candidate, and Monk has come out hot through the first three games of this season. 15 points and also added 2 assists in this game. Absolutely incredible by Malik Monk. And speaking of Keon Ellis, with his first start of the season tonight, 5 seconds into his first start of the season, Keon Ellis had a bucket in this game. And as I said earlier, this was a very competitive game, back and forth. There was a total 19 lead changes in this game. The longest run was 11, 12 ties in this game. The biggest lead only was 11 for the Lakers, and then 4 for the Sacramento Kings. At the end of the first quarter, the Kings did trail 36-27 after the first. Zach, he led the Kings with 11 after the first quarter. Rosen had 6. And the offense after that first quarter did look flunky, and they allowed the Lakers to shoot 12 and 19 from the field for 63% in this game. And in that first half, Russell Westbrook's play was huge for the Kings to come back from a 10-point deficit in the first half. Russell Westbrook, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, in 13 minutes of action in that first half. Then going into the break, this was a tight ball game, 62 apiece, all even. You had DeRozan with 17 points, Bean with 13, and then Westbrook with 11 off the bench. At the halftime, they hit 9 of 18 from 3, and they out-rebounded the Lakers in the first half, 22-18. But went on to lose the rebound in total overall in this game, just by 50-62 overall in the rebound in total. But at the end of the third quarter, the Kings trailed by 5 at the end of the third, going into the fourth, and the story of the game was the Lakers shooting 39 free throws through 3 quarters. That was through 3 quarters in this game to just 11 for the Sacramento Kings through 3 quarters. And LaVine and DeRozan, they each had 21 apiece, the Sacramento Kings. And for a Lakers team that did not have LeBron or Luka, this was the Austin Reaves show tonight. 51 points, and it was the least ethical 51 points that I've ever seen. Like majority of Reeves' points came from the 3-point line. Like if you look at the stat sheet, like Austin Reaves was the main offensive player in this game. Yes, you had DeAndre Ayton. And a lot of the times in this game, the Kings had trouble with the small lineup. I think the Kings did better when they had DeAndre Ayton on the floor. But again, this was the Austin Reaves show for the Los Angeles Lakers as they beat the Kings by 7, 127 to 120. Let me know in the comments down below. For the Sacramento Kings, who was your player of the game in tonight's game? LaVine, DeRozan, Schroeder, or Malik Monk? Let me know in the comments down below. The Kings, they do begin a road trip coming up on Tuesday night in Oklahoma City. And then the next night, they're in Chicago for the first of 14 back-to-backs this upcoming season. It's not going to be easy for the Sacramento Kings because you got Thunder on Tuesday night. They're undefeated. You are catching Oklahoma City on a second night of a back-to-back because the Thunder, they play tomorrow night on Monday in Dallas. And then the Kings are in Chicago on Wednesday to face a undefeated Bulls team at the moment. And then on Saturday, you're in Milwaukee to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And then after that, you finish this road trip next Monday in the Mile High City against the Denver Nuggets. And then you come back home to face the Golden State Warriors for that first game back from this 4-game road trip. As we look around some of the other scores around the association on this Sunday night, San Antonio, they stay undefeated on this young season. They defeat the Brooklyn Nets, and San Antonio's now 3-1. The Pistons, they get a big home win in their home opener over the Boston Celtics. They survived. The Cavs, they also had their home opener. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks today. The Knicks, they lose their first game of the season to the Miami Heat, who had their home opener today. And the Charlotte Hornets, on a second night of a back-to-back in our nation's capital, they come from behind to beat the Wizards 139 to 113. And the Minnesota Timberwolves come back to beat the Indiana Pacers in this game. And then the Dallas Mavericks, welcome to the show. Cooper Flag in this game, 22 points, 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3. Welcome to the show, Cooper Flag, as he gets his first win as a professional basketball player. And the Clippers, they get their second straight win to beat the Blazers on this Sunday evening. But with this game, the Kings, they fall to the LeBron and Luka Lakers 127 to 120 on the Austin Reaves show on this Sunday night at the G1C. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of our Kings related podcast. Let me know who your player of the game is. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see you Tuesday night following Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder for another post-game recap. As always, take care and go Kings.